Hello everybody. Today I'm here to review how Blaze Wizard is doing after the V4 patch and after maxing out my V4. This is my Damian run, and yeah, this is I think the second run on my stream that I did I think a week ago, and yeah, I mean crazy how much DPS everyone is doing, and also I think this is our second run, as our first run we kind of failed at the end, and I think it's mostly due to just us not being careful, and res being nerfed makes it so that the cooldowns are shared, and yeah, we just choked, I guess is what we call it. But yeah, this was our second run during that day, and the boss just runs a lot more differently now. Like I was rewatching the stream, like where I could improve. As the V4, I mean, it's not the hardest skill to use. It's probably the easiest V4 to use. It's just a buff I use, and then it hits the boss. It's just homes the boss by itself. So not the craziest V4, but improves my lines a lot. And yeah, if you look here, phase 1, my gosh, look at everyone chunking DPS during the first burst. Like after the stun, I don't think the boss even goes into popcorn. It's just, we're just done with phase 1. I mean, holy crap, it's very fast. And look at that. It didn't even go into popcorn. And look at everyone's burst, man. It's just insane seeing how good every other class bursts are now. Like, wow, really. And here, phase 2, I still have my hyper. As usually in phase 1, I need to use both my V3 and hyper, but now I get to save my hyper for after the first fly. Here, it will fly and dash down, and then after that I can pop my hyper. Pretty nice. Usually I would not be able to do this. And it does sync a bit better, like during the run, where like I can use my hyper whenever it's off cooldown, like more often. So, pretty benefiting for Blaze Wizard, the patch, making it so that, we hit a lot harder and the boss run just goes way faster. I mean, like, it's probably just a coincidence, like depends on your team, like how well the burst for Blaze Wizard will sync into the boss, but for now it just feels perfect for me, to be honest. Like here, I'm at third place after the first, after using my hyper the burst. Feels really good. Usually, like in my normal runs, I would be like 5th or 4th, like 6th place, like right now. And yeah, Dark Altar is right beside the boss, so I can keep doing DPS. Pretty good. Sword Aura here. Decide not to go. Just play it safe after the first fail. A lot of we've been a little bit more aware after the first fail. We tried to play it a little bit safer, but people are still trying to get PBs, and yeah, it's really weird now after the patch where like you see like the DPS graph just change, even though most of the gear have not changed that much. Like here, the Dual Blade usually will not take the aggro, but today, he's insane. He's taking the aggro. Look at him go. Usually it's the Aran that takes the aggro, but today, my gosh, those two are just stealing aggro from each other. And yeah, the dash from the boss is crazy, just because, they're trying to take each other's aggro. It's like if you see like today, the boss just goes left a lot more often than usual. But it's just after patch stuff, right? Here I decided to pop my V3. There's a gap right in between the blue balls, and yeah, that was perfect. Like I'm landing all my bursts in this run. Feels really good. We're only 3 minutes into the run, and there's already 3 orbs. Like, look at that, man. Here I got the orb, gotta fly up. Still third place. Feels pretty good. Didn't get a lot of orb aggro today, so feels pretty good. Landing on my burst and everything. It's just like after doing the boss for quite a while, I've been getting a little bit better at, when I should use my burst, and, when it will, be good to burst. And here well, I remember there's World Tree, and then we missed every single World Tree stun because of how fast we were hitting. So yeah, a few people died here, but we're just chunking the boss down. But yeah, today RNG was really good. Like I did not, like, okay, maybe the second burst, I think during the first tornado, like my hyper, I didn't get to use the full duration because of orb, but other than that, the burst just feels insane today. But yeah, the orb control, pretty, not the best, not the prettiest, but after patch stuff, it's like, we all just want to do damage, man. Feels really good. Here I get orb aggro, I think all the way to the end. But still, look, we're only 4 minutes in, the boss is almost going down. It's so much faster. Yeah, doing Dark Shrine, but not, doesn't, you know, don't really need to. But yeah, ended the boss at 3rd place. Oh my gosh, it just feels so nice. Especially Blaze Wizard, they added a skill that makes our DPS a lot more stable. Where, you know, whenever you hit something, you just get an extra hit with the buff from V4. It's just so nice. I think it's like a 90-second duration with a 3-minute cooldown. But yeah, it just feels really good. But yeah, it feels really good to just do damage. But yeah, I think Blaze Wizard is okay after the patch. I mean, you know, I'll just pause the video, but yeah, it feels okay. But, you know, we still need, I would say our burst has dropped down a lot. We used to be one of the best burst class because of our V3 and Hyper. We could just like chain it. But like now that a lot of classes has gotten their V4, it, you know, compensates for that. And Blaze Wizard's V4 is just, you know, consistent DPS, DOT damage. So not the best, not the worst. I would say Blaze Wizard is still like mid tier now after being like top tier for like the past 2 or 3 months. But, you know, depends really like in what content. Like for me, like especially in Lucid, I think Blaze Wizard will feel really good. Especially because like most of the cooldowns line up, especially when Lucid goes into iframe and then your cooldown comes back up, you could use it. So yeah, this is it for the Damian review. Let's go check out the Lucid run real quick. Okay boys, we're back with the second part of the video, talking about Blaze Wizard's rotation for Lucid this time. Here, you know, pretty nice. I mean, phase 1 is, we're just gonna blaze through it like Damian's phase 1. It feels the same, the rotation's the same. Phase 1, you wait for the stun and split, and then you pop your V3, which is your biggest burst. Here you see my 46.9 M lines, oh my gosh, with the split. Feels very nice. You get extra, like here, look at that, we're almost chunking it down in like 25 seconds, like Damian, pretty much like almost the same. Here, I also did decide to not pop my Hyper like I did in Damian. Save it for, you know, phase 2. I could have popped it, I think, but I would only be able to utilize like 7 seconds instead of 10. It's like a little bit of min-max. Could probably pay out though, because right when the loading screen here, the cooldowns also run. So, you know, it could pay out. I might try it next run, but decide to save it for this run. Here, pop Fair Trade again, pop my main wheel to get V2 out, then here, pop my Hyper, chase the boss down. Here, you know, just gonna use the Crescent, pop my iframe so that I don't get wrecked. Even though I have to go to KHP, I feel like if it has not been, you know, like, I just die randomly. Like, I think, like, I had a run, like, on the first week of, you know, the patch where I just randomly die, man. I don't know. Maybe I just got hit by too many crescents. But there, you know, kind of messed up the fly a bit. Almost died. But, you know, oh, look at that. Almost died. But yeah, survived that. Continue to DPS. No minigame. No minigame. Pretty good run. Haven't gotten a minigame. Like, we're able to do enough damage so that we don't have to go into a minigame phase now, which is nice. Before, on the run before, like, the patch, we had to, you know, go into minigame once at the start, then, you know, start the rotation from there. But now it's pretty nice. Here, I don't have my iframe because I used it for the Crescent. So I pop my Hyper and I shoot my Fireball up. A lot of people, I guess, are not used to just, like, you know, controlling their Fireballs to go the way they want to. Like, they just want to hit in front, but, yeah. You could hit from the bottom up and, you know, dodge some of the boss's skill. So, you know, pretty flexible in where you could stand. Although some of the skills will miss, but, you know, most of the lines will hit. Most of your main lines, at least. Here, we wait for laser. Oh my gosh, no minigame yet, too. There we go. Clear the altars. Oh my gosh. Just so fast, man. Here, you know, gotta stick together for the bomb. And, yeah, most of my cooldowns are up again. If you saw it before, my V3 is up again. Look at that. Iframe, and then pop my V3. Burst it down. Feels really good. There we go. The boss decides to fly away, but most of the lines hit, so it's pretty good still. Here, stay at the bottom. jump up, you know. Almost died there, actually, like, if I was not careful. And yeah, phase 2 done, phase 3, just chunk it down my hyper again. My hyper is back up, you know. It's like, it feels really smooth to play Blaze Wizard now, actually. And yeah, end up at 3rd place again. My gosh, feels really good. And yeah, look who's at the top. There's an Aron and a Dual Blade. Their cap are very high, but, you know, I'm staying in it. And yeah, changed to my drop rate set, and not sure if it helps, but, you know, I just have it. And yeah, got a primal. Got very happy. Got very happy. Got a primal. And yeah, that was my Lucid run. That was really fast. And yeah, I think that's it for the video. I mean, got 3rd place in both of the runs. I think most of everyone's cap is almost the same. I mean, like the top 5. No, I can't. Like, the top 2 are very high, but like the rest are, you know, a lot lower compared to the top 2, but still feels really good. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. I mean, not sure if it helps you, but as a Blaze Wizard player, I mean, it feels a lot, how should I say this? It's less bursty and more just, you know, consistent damage, which I appreciate, but, you know, sometimes it's just fun having a big burst, right? So, you know, kind of jealous for some classes that got a burst V4, but we already have our V3, so, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, Blaze Wizard are still doing fine, pretty good. I would say like mid-tier to like upper tier class, but at this point it's really hard to say. It's really hard to make a tier list of characters because of how much they buffed a lot of characters, and when V4 coming out, you know, a lot of classes got a lot more lines, and yeah, really hard to make a tier list right now. But, you know, if I am able to get enough information, maybe I'll make a tier list soon, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all in the next video. For now, yeah, see you all on the stream. Subscribe, like the video, and I am gonna go, you know, take a nap as usual. Bye bye, boys.